Another, he does a lot of different kinds of illustrations. He is working on another volume of the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. And touch the lines in the middle. So you're creating, so if you blew that up with a magnifying glass, the lines actually come into a V shape and touch. You want a white needle going into the line. You don't want it like this and having these blocky, because then what you're trying to do is graduate from white. Also, in feathering, this is called a cursive line when it's thin, thick, thin. Sometimes lines go from thick to thin. Sometimes they go from thin to thick. Sometimes they go thin, thick, thin. So you can create a feather line by starting heavy, you push down, and then you just kind of drag it this way. Or you can do it the opposite. Do the thin to thick and dark. And this just creates a harsh line. I'm able to do this on here because this is all going to be black. So don't worry. Let's finish these eyebrows. When you're inking a face, Neil Adams told me one time is before you ink a face, look at the face and feel the emotion of the character. It's the Hulk. He only has a couple of emotions.
What range?
But
that didn't matter.
But if I know that the Hulk is ticked off at something, you look at how the artist has interpreted that and the muscle structure of the face, how the forehead is wrinkled, and everything, how everything is constructed is based on that emotion. And so I have to keep that in mind as I'm inking. If this was, as an example, a child's face, and I'm inking away and I'm not thinking about maybe the child is just in a good mood or something, you're not going to have lots of lines on the child's face. If I start putting in lines, I would age the child. So you have to kind of keep that stuff in mind.
Or a woman's face. You can't
exactly.
over-rendering a woman's face.
That will age the face more than anything else. Men, you can get away with putting a little more.
It's character.
Is that fair to womanhood?
It's not fair.
Okay, so this is all black. David's got a little highlight here. I'm going to have to speed up. Okay, here's an example where I'm going to feather using the point first and then dragging the line into I'm not doing that great of a job. There's a good line. You don't want them all exactly the same. Curving these outside lines to give that some form and shape. See how the lines follow the contour.